It was a routine evening in the nation's capital. The air traffic around Washington, D.C., moved like clockwork, airliners on final approaches, private jets clearing the airspace, and military aircraft completing their night operations. But on January 30, 2025, at precisely 9:02 p.m., that routine was shattered. A PSA Airlines Bombardier CRJ-700 regional jet, Flight 459, collided midair with a Sikorsky H-60 Black Hawk helicopter over the Potomac River. Within seconds, fire and debris rained down over the dark waters. What went wrong? How could two aircraft, both equipped with advanced navigation systems, end up on a collision course? This is the story of one of the deadliest mid-air collisions in recent U.S. aviation history. PSA Airlines Flight 459 was a routine regional service operating on behalf of American Eagle. The aircraft, a Bombardier CRJ-700, was a 70-seat jet en route from Pittsburgh International Airport to Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. Meanwhile, the Sikorsky H-60 Black Hawk was conducting a military training exercise out of Joint Base Andrews. The Black Hawk, part of a classified operation, was navigating along the Potomac River under special military flight rules. These two aircraft were never supposed to meet, but something went terribly wrong. Both aircraft were flying at night, in an already complex airspace. The PSA Airlines jet was descending toward its final approach, while the Black Hawk was flying in a designated military corridor. But due to an unexpected turn, the two found themselves on a collision course. At exactly 9:02 p.m., as the PSA Airlines jet descended through 2,500 feet, the Sikorsky H-60 suddenly entered its flight path. A fraction of a second later, disaster struck. The impact was devastating. The Black Hawk's rotor blade sheared into the CRJ-700's fuselage, severing its left wing. The jet spun uncontrollably before plunging into the Potomac River. Meanwhile, the Black Hawk, also mortally wounded, crashed just seconds later. On board Flight 459 were 67 passengers and 4 crew members. Tragically, no one survived the impact. The Black Hawk carried 4 military personnel, 3 of whom perished instantly. Miraculously, one crew member, Sergeant David Morales, managed to eject from the helicopter moments before impact. Within hours, the National Transportation Safety Board launched an emergency response team. Investigators recovered black boxes from both aircraft, hoping to piece together what led to this catastrophe. Could it have been pilot error, a miscommunication between air traffic control and military operations, or a critical failure in aircraft collision avoidance systems? Months later, the NTSB released its final report. The findings were chilling. A combination of miscommunication, an unauthorized deviation from the flight plan, and a failure of the traffic collision avoidance system led to the deadly crash. In the wake of the disaster, the FAA and military aviation authorities revised air traffic coordination protocols. New technology was introduced to enhance TCAS integration between civilian and military aircraft. January 30, 2025, will forever be remembered as a tragic night in American aviation history. The victims of Flight 459 and the Black Hawk crew paid the ultimate price. But their legacy is a safer, more vigilant airspace for all. The skies remain one of the safest places to travel, but tragedies like this remind us of the ever-present need for vigilance, coordination, and innovation. At Future Fleet, we honor those lost by telling their stories and exploring the future of aviation safety. Thank you for watching, and stay safe in the skies.